YouTubers, with quality content here, and welcome to another episode of Is It Over Yet? I'm your host, James Blair, and this is a different co-host this episode. We have Alfred Schra as our co-host this episode.
Hey guys, today we're gonna review on MK Annihilation.
This is the sequel to the Mortal Kombat movie that came out in 1995. Mortal Kombat Annihilation came out in 1997, directed by John R. Leonetti, and it was very bad. It has 3% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's just a bad movie. The first Mortal Kombat movie was decent. It wasn't the best movie I've seen.
It was entertaining.
It was very entertaining, but this movie, it has so many things wrong with it, and I just didn't really like it at all.
Yeah.
So if you're, just in case you're new to this show takes place in 3 segments. An intro, which we just did, the exclamation of the story. We just have to explain everyone what the entire movie was, so there will be spoilers in this episode. Well, there's spoilers in every episode.
Yeah, then
there will be spoilers. And then we're going to do the reverse review. We are both going to pick a number out of 5. 5 is more bad. 1, so
pretty good.
And then we put our scores together. So if it's a 10 out of 10, that means it's literally the worst movie ever made. But if it's a 2 out of 10, that means it's actually a decent movie.
Remember, guys, this is our opinion, so please don't get mad at us.
Yeah. So basically, MK Annihilation takes place. It takes place immediately after the original Mortal Kombat movie, with Liu Kang and Raiden and Sonya Blade and Johnny Cage and Katana having defeated Shang Tsung
in Mortal Kombat.
So Shao Kahn has
previous movie.
Yeah, from a previous movie. So basically, Shao Kahn has arrived on Earth with his armies of random ninjas, and we also have such characters as Ermac, Montaro, Cybersmoke, Cyrax, Sindel, Raiden, Reigns, and Scorpion. Yeah, so basically Shao Kahn, after fighting with Raiden a little bit and fighting Johnny Cage, he actually
killed Johnny Cage.
He killed Johnny Cage in the first 6
minutes. Come on, man.
In the first 6 minutes.
That was a major character.
And after killing Johnny Cage, he says that the Earth has 6 days before its destruction.
Yes.
So, and then he sicks his entire ninja army on Liu Kang, Raiden, Katana, and Sonya Blade.
Some of the ninjas weren't even wearing shirts.
Yes. Well, they're ninjas. They can do what they want.
What the hell?
It doesn't matter. But yeah, instead of teleporting them away using lightning like Raiden should do, also, I should have said this earlier, but the only people who are played by the same actors as in the original Mortal Kombat movie are Liu Kang and Katana. Raiden, Sonya Blade, and Johnny Cage were not played by the same actors
from the original movie,
and that kind of was kind of bad for me, because Raiden didn't have the voice that we all love.
The voice. Oh,
yeah,
they changed his voice. No.
When I was watching the trailer before we reviewed the movie, I was like, that's not Raiden.
That's not my Raiden. That's not my Raiden with that nice screechy noise.
He looks like he doesn't have a screechy voice anymore.
Ooh.
So anyway, they go down an alleyway by being pursued by ninjas. They then enter an underground tunnel.
They split up.
They enter an underground tunnel.
Get into some gyro ball.
No, give me a thing.
No,
I gotta explain it before.
Okay.
Too. So basically, they go into this underground tunnel. Raiden uses his powers of lightning to block the tunnel because that's what lightning does. And he also uses his candle lighting powers to light the hallway.
He's like,
they then talk about Sonya Blade is very sad about Johnny's death, and yeah, Liu Kang and Katana and Raiden just want to save the world. And then Raiden uses his powers of wall breaking to break the wall. He doesn't even use any lightning, he just breaks the wall.
He has telekinesis.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah. They then go to... I'll actually let you explain this part, the hamster ball part.
So they basically split up to try and find how to get stronger and defeat Shao Kahn.
Yeah, Raiden and Sonya go to this medical complex, but
Raiden immediately left.
But we won't talk about that until after we explain what happens.
So basically, they have to split. They split up. They go into these hamster ball things,
and they roll through the tunnels.
But it's like uncomfortably close to each other.
Yeah.
Like you have to ride with an uncomfortably close another character, and then like they start like Liu Kang was having a fun time doing that whole time with Katana.
Yeah.
So they kept spinning
they kept rolling
into like different
tunnels,
parts of the
and
road.
that transports them around the world for some reason.
So it was that was a quite interesting translation.
So they end up going to they end up in another tunnel. They end up in a cave, and like right before Katana,
Liu Kang and Katana end up in a cave.
Yeah, and right before they kiss, Cyber Smoke appears, and he is kind of mad. He's
you can't see his expression, though.
You can't see he's a robot.
Yeah.
And then, so Katana goes to fight a whole bunch of ninjas that just randomly appeared while Liu Kang fights Cyber Smoke. And Katana, there's an extended sequence where Katana just pulls out these blades, and I'm like, are those the fans?
And then later
they have
on,
to be the fans, and then they open, and I'm like, it's
the
fans, guys, the fans, guys. She did the Katana thing. But anyway. So
and suddenly, like, Sub-Zero comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, Liu Kang is fighting Cyber Smoke, and then suddenly, Sub-Zero rides in on a icicle. He's like holding a zip line. He freezes Sub-Zero. He freezes Cyber Smoke. Cyber Smoke is frozen, and then Liu Kang kicks him.
And then he basically dies.
Yeah, he dies. And
that's not all. Scorpion came out of nowhere as well.
Scorpion appears. Sub-Zero explains that he's not the real Sub-Zero. He's the second Sub-Zero because the first Sub-Zero was his older brother.
And got killed by Liu Kang.
Yeah, but Noob Saibot is not in this movie, sadly.
Yeah.
So then Scorpion comes out of the abyss with his 2 chains. His 2 chains, and he goes like...
He has 2 chains now.
Yeah, for some reason. They come out the same hand, too.
Yeah.
For some reason.
And they both have the little heads on them.
Yeah. Scorpion and Sub-Zero have a big brawl. Actually, Scorpion makes a bridge.
No, Sub-Zero.
No, Sub-Zero makes a bridge that they can cross. But then Sub-Zero and Scorpion fight.
on it, and then the bridge started breaking.
The bridge breaks.
And then they did a bunch of flips.
They did a bunch of flips, and they fought a little bit more. And then Scorpion is like gonna he knocks down Sub-Zero, and Sub-Zero's gonna fall into the abyss. So then Scorpion's gonna do something, and then
Liu Kang tried to help Sub-Zero.
Liu Kang tries to kick him,
but
then Scorpion
melted.
He melts.
And then he reformed right behind Katana, and then holds her,
and he says
suckers, and then jumps forward, and but then, the portal opened behind him, and then he fell backwards.
Yeah.
In midair.
Yeah, and that was the last we seen of Scorpion. So then Sub-Zero talks for a little bit, and then
he pulled a Batman.
He just disappeared, and he never seen again. He disappeared out of this movie.
He's gone.
So then Liu Kang's like, that kind of sucks.
That kind of sucks. Okay.
And then he and that cuts to Katana and
no. Sonya and Raiden, and Raiden's like, this is like a medical complex.
No, wait. Does the fire pit scene happen in between that?
No.
Okay.
No, it's
after. Yeah, so Sonya and Raiden go to this medical complex that has a big portal over it, and he's like, you have to rescue Jax.
And then he just disappears.
And he just disappears.
He just lightning.
So then Sonya goes in the medical complex, and she finds Jax, who's on a table, and then Jax was in the first movie, but he's played by a different actor in this movie. So then he takes off a cover that he has over him, and he has the robotic arms that Jax has, and that's pretty cool. So then after Jax gets off the table using his new robotic strength, Cyrax shows up, and he uses these bombs that come out of the hole in his chest to just blow up some stuff for some reason.
Yeah.
So then... And then a whole bunch of other ninjas follow the portal over the hospital, and then Sonya fights the ninjas
while Jax fights Cyrax.
For the first part of a Cyrax fight, he just gets wrecked. He got wrecked. He gets thrown around a lot, But then
And then Jax was like, I got enough of this, and like started
when he
punching.
punches him a couple times, when he punches the wall and his hand gets stuck in the wall.
And then Sonya had to come over and help him.
Yeah, Sonya beat all the ninjas, and so she comes over and helps him. And then it spills some she knocks over something and spills some chemicals on the ground. And then
Cyrax
is on the ground.
Like exploded something while he fell.
Yeah, so it's on fire. And then so she picks up some of these chemicals and she blows the...
I don't know what it was. What chemicals?
I don't know what it was.
Is it combustible?
But she blows it into the fire and it explodes Sector.
No, Cyrax.
It explodes Cyrax.
We didn't
Sector
even see
isn't in
Sector.
this movie. Sector isn't in this movie. So then Cyrax... So then this little dragon Pokemon thing flies off of Cyrax. And then he starts a self-destruct sequence, and then they run.
And then somehow, in like the first 5 seconds, they're
It
already
explodes,
outside.
And then it's in front of the green screen. He just, oh yeah, you're in front of the green screen. Well, so what do? Dive forward. And it's like,
it does a slow-mo.
Yeah. And then it cuts to Shao Kahn. Also, Shao Kahn in this movie, he doesn't even look like Shao Kahn. He doesn't even wear the helmet half the time.
He's bald.
He's bald. He doesn't even wear the helmet half the time. And he doesn't even look like Shao Kahn. He doesn't even use
He barely uses a hammer.
He only uses the hammer for this one scene. So they're in the meeting room. Shiva and Montaro were just fighting a little about who's better or whatever. And then Shao Kahn comes in. He's like, yo, we guys failed me. Raiden. We failed to kill Raiden.
You guys failed me, man.
And then Rain is behind him and he's like, yo, it won't happen again. And he's like, that's right, it won't happen again. Picks up the hammer, knocks him, and then he flies into the fire pit and
we didn't even see, he just died.
And so that's the end of Rain. He was just a nothing character for this movie. And then Shao Kahn makes Sindel his new general, because Montaro was his old general. And Montaro's cool because he's a centaur. He's a centaur. Oh yeah, also Jack says, I wish I had these arms in high school. And then I made a masturbation joke and we laughed. Funny haha time.
Haha.
And then, what happened after that? We watched it last night and I already forget.
It was so horrible.
Oh yeah, I know. So they meet up, Sonya and Raiden and Jax. No.
No.
Raiden and Liu Kang meet up.
No.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Yeah,
No.
he tells them about Nightwolf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Raiden and Liu Kang meet up. And he tells them about Nightwolf.
Cool.
So then
and then Raiden leaves off again.
Yes,
and then Liu Kang had to go through this.
Wait. Okay, there's a scene in between. Okay, I'm remembering.
Liu Kang is like
he's
walking
in
the desert.
Yeah, he's not in the desert yet.
Not yet.
So it goes to Raiden in the Eternal Temple of the Elder Gods, where he must consult with the Elder Gods to see why they're letting Shao Kahn do this. So then we have the 3 Elder Gods, the Wind God, the Water God, and the Fire God. And they talk for a little bit. It's kind of boring. Nothing really happens. And then it cuts to Liu Kang walking through the desert, and yeah, he finds Nightwolf and tells him what happens.
So Nightwolf attacked Liu Kang as a wolf.
And then he changes back, and he's like, that's my animality.
Yeah, and
you need to find
animality. You gotta find your animality, boy.
So then he just knocks him out with an axe, so he can have a dream sequence.
And then the Liu Kang is like half transforming into a dragon, but really doesn't.
And he wakes up.
And then he wakes up in this like winter area.
In the snow.
And then Jade comes out of nowhere.
She's not wearing any clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
Except like, she's wearing like barely anything.
Just
in the snow dimension. Yeah. That's a bad idea, Jade.
Yeah, you want to catch.
But anyway, Jade tries to like seduce him, and then Jade tries to seduce him, but then he says like, "Nah, bro."
No,
so
I'm with
Jade,
Katana.
So then Jade he transforms into regular Jade with the.
And then they start fighting each other.
The staff, and then they fight each other.
And then Jade was like, "Good, you passed the test."
You passed the test. It's like, is this one of Nightwolf's tests? We could have killed each other. It's like it doesn't matter. Nightwolf never shows up again, by the way.
He never shows up.
So then Jade and Liu Kang go somewhere. They go to the Eternal Temple to find Raiden, I think.
Yeah, they do.
And then, okay, so then it goes back to Sonya and Jax in the desert.
They're dead. They're in the desert, and then they found a really weird statue.
Yeah, they found a.
Then Melina comes out.
Melina comes out for no reason. Melina comes out. She's like, "Are you Katana?"
If you don't know Melina,
Sonya's-
she's like
Katana's clone sister.
yeah. and she
So he's
has,
like, Sonya's like, "Are you Katana?" And she's like, "You wish." And then they have a little mud fight scene. Why
Yeah.
mud fight? We
why
don't
am I
know.
fight?
But anyway,
It's a desert.
Sonya ends up beating Melina, and then
Jax
and then-
comes out of nowhere.
And then this weird and
No,
then the
no,
statue
yeah.
turns into this giant monster for some reason.
And it turns
And
into
then-
a worm monster thing, and
then
Jax,
Jax
just starts punching it
Jax
in the
just
gut.
punches it a couple times and it sinks back into the ground. They then go to the Eternal Temple of the Elder Gods, pursued
While being,
by
a bunch of
by
ninjas.
a bunch of ninjas and Shao.
Again,
and
some of them were bare-chested. I don't know why.
we're being pursued by Shao and Sindel,
Yeah.
and then Jade and Liu Kang jump in and they kind of fight each other for a little bit, and they're like, "No,
Oh wait,
wait,
they're with us.
yeah,
I didn't think
they
so.
are with us." So then Raiden. Okay, this is my least favorite part. This is my least favorite part of the movie right now.
No. Oh
Woo! Raiden jumps out of nowhere. He does a triple backflip, and then he has short hair, not like the long hair that he had. He has
He's
short hair, and he's
changed.
wearing like a jumpsuit.
He
and he's
changed.
like, "You like my new look, guys?" I'm like, "No, I do not like your new look, Raiden. I'm gonna call. He's Craig the human. He's Craig the white guy from now on."
I feel like we should show like the image of before and after.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'll pull that up.
No, you don't have to pull it up now.
Continue it.
He's pulling it up. So anyway, Craig is I'm gonna call Raiden Craig from now on. So basically Craig, so Shao and Sindel, they go to the temple with them. And then Sindel uses her screaming powers to destroy the temple, but before she can destroy it, Raiden teleports all of them to Outworld. They then in Outworld, and they've been walking for a little bit, and Katana's still captured. She's not in the movie that much. So basically, they're walking, and they get to this large area, and then it cuts to outside the Outworld, and it shows Shao Kahn and Sindel, and he's like, "They fell right into our trap." And then Sindel goes to Outworld. So then Sindel appears in Outworld, and these three invisible things crawl down the thing, and I thought they were like reptiles at first, but they aren't reptiles.
They're like shadow.
They're shadow clones, like Noob, except they're just from Ermac. They're Ermac's souls.
Okay.
So
this is Raiden.
This is Raiden in the first movie.
Come closer a bit.
Yeah. You can sit
Okay.
back down after. This is Raiden
So
in the
this is
first
Raiden
in
in the first movie.
He's so
like he's
epic.
perfect.
He's
right
perfect.
here. Perfect right here.
And then there's Craig.
But then let's go over here.
It's Craig.
It's okay.
So that's
this
him.
is this is an actor change.
Yeah, that's the actor change.
It's not bad. It still
And then there's
still has that
Craig.
same feel to it.
And then there's Craig.
Oh, wrong one.
Yeah, and then there's Craig.
He turns into this.
It's
Are
Craig
you
the
kidding
white
me?
guy.
For no reason.
You like my new look, guys? No.
No, we don't.
Okay, you can go back. Okay, keep. Okay. So yeah, that was that. So they're in Outworld. They fight. No, they don't even show the fight with Sindel because the
you
three.
just find him and like knocked
the
out.
three shadow clones fight Raiden for a little bit, and he wins. And then they just knocked out Sindel for some reason. But then Liu Kang, no Jade. Okay. So basically Sindel. Okay, Katana tries to turn Sindel back into like the good person that she used to be.
Was
By it was like a prophecy or something, but it didn't work. So then Jade actually betrays them for Shao Kahn, and then she betrays them, and then Sindel and Jade leave.
like they disappeared.
They disappear, and then Liu Kang goes to free Katana. But in between that, so Sindel
No,
and
wait, that
Jade.
was after. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Liu Kang goes to the temple.
No,
to Shao Kahn's thing. and then
No,
it gets
I know
Katana,
that
and then
isn't.
come
I know
back.
that isn't there because the cage is still up there, while Jade and
Yeah, Katana
Sindel-
doesn't revive her mother, and after. That's after.
No,
We kind of forgot what happened.
No, she tries to do it, but then it doesn't work. So then.
No, Katana's already in there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. You know what? Sorry, I messed up. Okay, anyway, yeah. So Liu Kang goes to the temple to free Katana, but then this man starts swinging from the rooftop with the sword, and then it turns out it's Baraka. It's Baraka.
And then 2 other guys.
And 2 other Barakas, 2 other Tarkatans. So the Tarkatans disappear, they die, and then Liu Kang knocks Baraka into the same fire pit that Rain was knocked into, in probably the same shot, just, and then Shiva comes. No, they free
Katana.
They free Katana.
And then they had their little moment.
And then Shiva comes in and she's like, the date's over. So then she walks over, and then the kid just falls on her, killing her.
Yeah.
So then Shiva's out of the movie forever.
Again.
So
I
yeah.
didn't see as much as like in the first movie.
Goro was good in the first movie, but Shiva wasn't good in the second. So then it goes. So then
basically,
Katana then tries to revive her mother, but it doesn't work. So then Jade and Sindel teleport away.
Well, yeah.
And then they talk to Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn's really mad at Jade, and Sindel tries to get him to listen to Jade. But then the same statue thing comes out of the wall and eats Jade, and she dies.
And she dies as well.
And then Shao Kahn, and then it goes into the final battle sequence.
Yeah.
So basically, we have Ermac, Montaro, Sindel.
If you never heard of
Ermac, Montaro.
he was like in the first scene, but he did literally nothing.
Ermac, Montaro, and Sindel, and there's Shao on top, and
his father.
His father, who is Shinnok, and we didn't tell you about that because he's literally almost a nothing character.
Yeah, he's nothing.
So then they're about to fight, and then Raiden just appears in front of Shao Kahn, and apparently Shao Kahn and Raiden are brothers in this movie, and that kind of, I don't like that. I don't like that.
It's not with the games.
I don't like that. So anyway, Shao Kahn just does like one thing, and he knocks Raiden all the way back down to the bottom,
kills him.
and Raiden dies.
Yeah, he dies.
Raiden dies.
Yeah,
Raiden dies.
No one cared.
I didn't care.
No.
I didn't care about Craig.
No.
Craig the white guy.
No.
So anyway, then all the Shao Kahn people, they jump down. Katana fights
her mother.
Katana fights Sindel. Jax fights Montaro,
yeah.
and
then
Sonya fights
Ermac.
And then Liu Kang comes up to fight Shao.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Jax and Montaro's fight ends with Jax
taking off his arms.
like not even. They aren't even metal arms. They're just like sleeves. Like
yeah, they're like sleeves.
Because he sucks with them apparently. So then he does way better against Montaro without the arms for some reason.
I don't know. Are they heavy or something? Because they look really thin.
I don't know. Anyway, he beats Montaro. Montaro dies. Sonya.
Some Montaro just gets knocked out.
Well, it's Mortal Kombat, so he probably died.
Yeah, he probably died.
So then Sonya fights Ermac. When he's fighting Ermac, Ermac's getting beat a little bit, and then he shuns a soul from him.
And then they start taking
And then they
turns.
start like taking turns punching Katana in the face. Like it's like bam, and then he turns and then bam, and bam, and bam.
Yeah.
And then Sindel is fighting Katana. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sindel's fighting Katana.
And then Katana eventually wins, but doesn't kill
Sindel, but then Ermac gets killed.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got
by
killed.
Jax. Remember? Jax got his shadow clone, and then Sonya like does a flip and then catches Ermac with her feet,
and then breaks
his neck with their feet.
With her feet. It's weird.
Okay.
So they won. Sindel's still there, and so Liu Kang and Shao then fight. He doesn't even use the hammer. He just uses his fist. He takes off the helmet again. The helmet is only on for like 2 minutes of the entire movie. He then takes off the helmet, and they fight for a little, and then Liu Kang unleashes his animality.
And he turns into a dragon.
He turns into a dragon, and it's epic.
And then Shao Kahn was like...
It's not epic.
Shao Kahn was
it's
like...
very bad CGI.
You're prepared, huh?
And when his head stretches and he transforms into this big, weird Hydra thing.
He turned into a except he didn't have like a tail.
He was like a worm.
Worm / Hydra thing.
Yeah. So then they fight. and that's cool. It's not
No,
cool.
it wasn't.
They get both knocked down, and then they turn
Liu
back.
Kang had wings, but they fell off. But
Yeah.
like Liu Kang could have flew up, but like
He didn't.
No.
So then they turn back into human form, and then Shinnok is like, "You can't do anything yourself, Shao." So then he tries to use his magic, but then the fire god and the water god appear. Yeah, that's what happens.
No.
What happens then?
No. So what happened was that Shao Kahn was like, "I'll get you now," and then like Liu Kang started like beating him up, like really hard, like using a bunch of like dragon kicks and everything.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like Shao Kahn was like,
Yeah.
"Help me, father," and then his father was like, "You disappoint me," and then like he was about to use magic.
Yeah.
Then the Elder Gods
Then
came
the
in.
fire god and the water god show up, and they stop him from using it. So then.
They were like, the fate of this world will depend on Mortal Kombat.
And then the theme starts playing, and they will take any opportunity to use the theme now. And basically, Shao Kahn gets killed. Shinnok.
No.
Yeah, after they fight for a little, and then he uses the dragon kick.
Yeah.
And then.
No, he doesn't use the dragon kick.
And then Shinnok gets cubified.
Yeah, he just got
He's
killed.
just like, cubified. He folds into himself and dies. And then Shao Kahn, the big dragon, comes out of him and just kills him.
Yeah.
And then the realms, which
Same.
were merging the entire time.
Like, it literally went back in time, but really didn't.
So then the realms are safe, and Sindel is good now, and Raiden becomes an elder god.
Yeah, he got revived.
Yeah,
by
he got
the Elder
revived by the
Gods.
elder god, so he became an elder god. And then
He became the Elder God of Wind.
everyone's happy.
Everyone's happy.
Jax and Sonya high five.
Yeah.
And then everyone's
We
happy.
never saw Johnny Cage again.
And then that's the end of the movie. That's the end of the movie. So yeah, now it's time for the reverse review. So basically, the reverse review is, what would you give this movie out of 5? 5 being the worst and 1 being the best.
4.
I would give it a 4-2 because the fight sequences were enjoyable. Some of the scenes were enjoyable to me. No matter how stupid it was still enjoyable. But it wasn't, it wasn't the worst movie I've seen, but I wouldn't watch it again.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's an 8 out of 10. Not the worst, but I wouldn't watch it again. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this episode of Is It Over Yet with James Blair. I've been your host, James Blair, and your co-host, Alfred Schrey.
Hey. So, if you want any more videos like this, subscribe to my friend here.
At quality content, the best quality content on YouTube. So yeah, smash the like button, comment down below, share it for friends, subscribe to the Corner Club. This has been quality content, and Alfred.
And it was our pleasure showing our opinion to you.
Yeah, that's the end of this video. Goodbye.